like, alrighty then. Fuck it, I'll just up my DPS. Still not bad. We were only 2 minutes over 3 chests, so we 2-chested it.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
I know Holly's here because I can hear a vaporizer.
Yeah, he said, hey.
I didn't hear him. I can hear his vaporizer. I can just hear him and then he's...
Yeah.
That's weed. That's not weed.
Yeah, like, we all know he bought an e-cigarette and then put a fuck ton of weed in it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just squash that shit up. The best way to do it is get that black guy off that Facebook video Al sent me and get him to sit on your weed and it'll be compressed.
See, when Baldrew becomes a doctor, I'm gonna have him write me a prescription for my glaucoma.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Just because I'm a pathologist doesn't mean I can't write prescriptions.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have to ask questions. I'll be like, dude, he's seen plenty of dead dude eyes. He knows what that shit looks like.
Yeah. That's textbook.
There you go. There you go. That's exactly what you tell the police.
Yep. I got it in the bag.
And the place we go, that's a textbook fucking crime.
I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'll reach out and grab them by their junk and be like, oh, what? Is that your gun? See, man, glaucoma. I'm telling you. Shit, I haven't touched weed since I was 16. I quit messing with weed because of the fact that one day I smoked it and it made me sick as a dog. Was never able to touch it again.
That's pretty much what happens to me every time.
No.
I have nothing but bad experiences with it.
Oh, I smoked it like every day, all day, from 12 on. And literally, I woke up one morning, I would wake and bake every day. I woke up, put my joint in my mouth, lit it up, took a drag, got a little cold sweats, and I was like, that's strange.
It's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, took my second drag, sick as a fucking dog. So at first I thought, oh man, I got a cold or I got the flu or something. Goofed around the house the rest of the day, felt fine. Finally got bored and I was like, cool, went out in the garage to light up again. First drag, cold sweats. Next one, sick as a dog. I was like, fuck this. Threw the shit away, never touched it again.
I get insanely paranoid.
I never got paranoid. I was always just like one of the bumbling, drooling idiots who giggle a lot. I'm like, that's funny shit. I didn't do nothing. I know, and that's why it's funny. Where's my Cheetos?
I can't.
You guys plan on running one more? You guys gotta...
I think Phil was saying something about he had to go to bed.
Crime.
What's up?
I got to the point where every time I smoked weed, I got way too fucking paranoid. So I stopped smoking that, and then started taking pills, and then shortly after that, I started taking meth. And then my mate's like, oh yeah, weed's really good for the come down of meth. And I was like, I was an idiot one night. So I was already paranoid as fuck being on meth, smoked some weed, I was fucked. I sat in my room for 3 days. I didn't come out. And it's like, doesn't weed make you tired? I'm like, yeah, makes me sick every time talking about me.
Yeah, makes me sick and tired.
Yeah.
Sick and tired of you spying on me.
Yeah, that was it. It was the fucking worst, man. Worst 3 days of my life, so I just never touched any of that shit ever again.
I don't know. I never, I never had a problem with any drug, ever. There were certain ones I didn't like, and there were certain ones that I really liked. Like, shrooms. Oh, I'm telling you. Peyote was another one that was absolutely amazing. That was one of those things I do not recommend doing all the time because...
Oh, no, yeah. Everything I've heard about it, it's like a one-time, lifetime experience.
Yeah. And literally, I've done it twice in my life, and it's one of those things that after the second time, I was afraid there might be permanent damage. Yeah, I'm serious. Then I started doing acid because I got into the rave scene. Did a lot of acid and a lot of ecstasy.
Nice. acids.
And acid, I liked at first until I OD'd on it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Me and my cousin were sitting at the house one day, and my cousin had a buddy who sold this shit, and he came over and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna store this in your fridge till I get home from work." We were like, "Whatever." So he sticks it in the back of the fucking freezer on our ice. Plastic, when freezing, will crack. So,
No chemicals spread.
oh yeah. Well, no, it got into our ice cube tray.
Oof.
So, all of our ice cubes were full of acid, and we didn't know it. Well, we're in there drinking this 2-liter Pepsi, and just having a good old time. I'm sitting there and I'm playing on my computer, playing my video game, and I'm like, man, I don't know about you, but something's weird. And my cousin, he looks at me and his pupils are like the size of fucking nickels. And I'm like, dude, are you high? He's like, dude, are you? I said, I don't think so. I was like, I didn't take anything. I haven't done anything. He's like, I don't know, man. He's like, something's weird. He goes, let's check and see. We thought maybe there was some kind of mold that had grown in the freezer and was like tripping us out,
Yeah.
So we start checking the freezer, and sure as shit, the first thing we do is get in there, and we realize that the bottle, the little teardropper that he had put his acid in, had frozen and cracked.
Oh.
And it was empty. And we're talking like almost 40 hits acid. We didn't know how much we had taken. I mean, there was no way to know.
Yeah.
But we knew for damn sure at that point. We were like, okay, we're fixing to have the trip of our life, and it's not going to be fun. 4 days. I swear to God, I'd never sat on a toilet that long. The whole time I was tripping, I thought I had to take a shit. So I just sat on the toilet, never shitting. I pushed for days. Nothing ever came out. My cousin stood in the shower crying for hours. No shit, dude. I mean, he was literally up. He's like, I can't make it stop. And just crying. And I'm like, dude, can't shit. Feel like I gotta shit. I'm afraid to get off the toilet because I'm gonna shit everywhere. And he's like, I can't make it stop. And that was the culmination of our conversation until our verbal capacity went out the window. We could no longer form words. We could think in our head the words, and then when we went to say them, they came out all fucked up. And that's whenever we realized, we were like, all right, we're starting to lose fucking motor functions. We can't talk. Maybe we should go to the hospital. And then we looked at each other, and I'm like wording out things in slow motion to make it make sense. When I say it, I'm like, we can't go to the hospital. We can't drive. We're high. And my cousin's like, we're gonna die. We're just gonna die. Oh, it was terrible, dude. 4 days of that shit. We ended up calling a friend. Somehow we managed to dial a phone and call a lesbian friend of ours. And she came over. Trying to tell her what's going on, and managed to work it out between the two of us. And she's like, oh my God. She's like, you two OD'd on acid. We're like, yes. She's like, so you need me to babysit? Yes. If we die, call 911. She's like, okay. She sat there with us for 4 days and watched us. Fucking dude, I mean, I know at one time I was on fire. I was so hot that she made me go stand in the shower with my clothes on in cold water for like 2 hours to bring my body temperature down. And after that, never touched acid again in my life. Not ever, not once again. I'm sure there's going to be repercussions. It was funny as hell after the fact. During, it was the scariest fucking moment of my life because I had two choices to make in my mind. It was either die from an overdose or go to the hospital and end up in prison.
I thought it was either shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, that was what I thought the whole time. I was like, get out of me. No, it was a bad deal. But like I said, eventually we started coming down, and man, you want to talk about the aching I thought my jaw had been broken because of how hard I had clenched my teeth the whole time. And then every muscle, every joint in my body hurt. I had a headache that was like literally, I felt like I'd been curb stomped.
Yeesh.
It was awful. I've never condoned anybody who's never done drugs to take drugs, but I'm a full-fledged believer in, if you want to know, the only way to truly find out is to do it your damn self. Because you can't explain to somebody what it's like. Everybody has different reactions to everything, you know?
Yeah.
So don't do drugs. That's what I'm saying. Don't do drugs. I keep waiting for the fallout from all that acid. One of these days I'm going to be walking along and just fucking have a flashback or something.
Yeah, I mean, fucked.
Yeah.
We all know it.
Oh, my cousin's the one who's going to be bad. He used to pop pills. He did meth. He did acid. Tons and tons of ecstasy. God knows how much shrooms and peyote. And this guy is a computer programmer for a living and makes buku cash. His mind's all there. I mean, he's one of the smartest dudes I've ever known in my life. But there are moments to where I watch him kind of tip. And it's kind of freaky. It's like, dude, are you still with me here? And he'll take a second and he'll be just staring right deep into my eyes and be like, yeah, man, what's going on? I'm like, wasn't sure if you were going to try to wear my skin there for a second. That's a trip. I don't know. I think drugs are like those things. You got to go into it with the mindset that you know you're on drugs. You know that your mind is going to play tricks on you. So be smarter than the drugs. Keep control. It's all about that willpower. Oh man, I've seen people take acid and just absolutely lose their fucking mind and end up balled up in a corner crying, begging for it to stop. You know? And all you can tell them is be like, you know what? Take control. It's your mind. Take control of it. But again, that's
it's just the drugs. Just the drugs.
Well, that's what I mean by, you have to understand and take control of the situation. It's not real. Nothing's real.
What are you talking about? Yes, it is. Everything's real.
No. Bunny rabbits and spiders wrestling in your living room are not real. That shit is not really happening.
Yes, it is.
I never had those trips like the old guys talk about where they seen like fucking pink elephants and shit. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I've seen kaleidoscope colors, shadow people, shit like that I've seen. But
spectrals, which is like the kaleidoscope colors, but no color.
Yeah.
That pattern everywhere. The pattern
Yeah.
makes up everything.
yeah, the kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
You guys have a good one. Mouth.
That weird flowery pattern.
Later, man.
Later, Phil.
Peace out, dude.
I mean, it's like I say,
Symbol.
well, your mind will show you what it wants to show you. Whatever you're thinking hard enough about is what you're gonna see.
Yeah.
But again, like I
Well,
said,
there's my first legendary. Holy
congrats.
Nice.
Which one you good?
But like I said, I've never, I hear these people tell me stories.
boots.
Oh yeah, I seen all this stuff and blah blah blah, and I'm going, man, I've done a lot of drugs in my time, and I've never seen anything that wasn't there, or at least I've never seen anything that wasn't there that I didn't realize really wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like shadow people, fucking, I love ninja blind. Fucking window ninjas crack me up. Motherfuckers who get paranoid and all you see is two eyeballs staring out the blinds.
Yeah.
Those dudes, I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, man, I swear to God, I just seen somebody walk by the window. There's nobody walking by the window. Dude, I swear to God. Those guys always irritate the piss out of me. It's like, just fucking chill.
Yeah.
Well, at least that'll give you a temporary boost there. Those are like the second worst ones you could get.
Yeah. It put the eye level up a little bit.
Well, yeah, and it'll give you some haste mastery for now, too.
Yeah, that's nice.
You guys want to help me with level before after I'm done this MSA.
If you need a tank, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was always one of those things. I think doctors who deal with patients who have drug addictions should do drugs before they can tell a patient how to solve their problem.
Yeah. No,
It's like,
for sure.
how are you going to tell somebody what it's doing to them without knowing what they felt? You know, that's like trying to tell a vet coming back from war that it's all in his head. You know, man, I was fucking there. I know it's not in my head.
Yeah.
But then again, do you want your doctor to have been on acid?
You know, it's a tough line. You know.
Yeah. It's like my wife, whenever she first started studying psychology to get her master's degree in science and psychology, she was studying on some of the great psychologists of the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, they did cocaine. They took all kinds of barbiturates, along with, you know, heroin. Cocaine was the biggest thing, but they did heroin, morphine. I mean, they were all about self-medicating.
Yeah.
And, you know, they turn, you know, Sigmund Freud was a coke addict,
Oh yeah.
you know, a morphine addict. And he turned out to be one of the brightest psychological minds of our time.
Yep.
But some of the shit, you know, that he did was a little bit insane too.
Yeah.
The fucking
kind of insane
Pavlov's
ideas.
dog thing, dude, that tripped me out.
Yeah.
That one, and then she asked me, she showed me the study on